They walk to remember a young woman, whispering her name in hushed tones. Women in white and the men supporting them, completing a 10-minute journey on a main road, a journey Zara Aleena walked often and should have been safe on, but she never made it home.
Thank you so much for being here today.
Yet again, a vigil for a woman taken before her time in violence on the streets.
35 years ago, you know, as a young woman, late teens, early 20s, I'd be going out with my mates. I'd stop at Ilford and I'd walk home. That same route. You know, curb crawlers, I had police cars stop and say, "You're okay." I got home. I wasn't lucky to get home. It was a right to get home. It's just it's awful. Absolutely awful. That girl had a right to go home.
It doesn't matter what time of day a woman walks home, you know, you should be able to do that. You should feel safe to do that. I think it's shocking that another young lady has lost her life, just something is normal.
Zara Aleena, now another name to add to a horrifying list of women killed. Sarah Everard, Bieber Henry, Nicole Smallman, Sabina Nessa. Many women here feel not enough is being done to prevent such violence, pointing out the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, didn't attend here, choosing to go to the Pride March instead. And the Met Police is in special measures, partly because of its failures around violence against women.
We know there's a big job to do in the Met. I'm not downplaying that for 1 minute, but there are also some exceptionally good police officers, and we've got to work with them to end violence against women and girls and to rebuild trust in policing, because unless there's trust, victims will not come forward and perpetrators go free.
We don't need funding in the police, we need funding for youth services, mental health services, women's services, specialised women's services for black and brown women. Yeah? We need to feel empowered. We are empowered, we need the safer spaces. Yeah? So that people know that we can walk home 2 a.m. in the morning, and that's totally okay.
The question many are left asking, just how many more vigils, how many more women before something changes?
Well, at that vigil a little earlier, I spoke to Gurpreet Virdi, co-director of the Women and Girls Network. I asked her why she joined today's event.
Zara, I mean, you know, for us this is another death of a young woman on the streets of London. Absolutely unacceptable. We're absolutely devastated. As you can see, the whole community has come out today. Also part of an organisation called Women and Girls Network. We support women absolutely every single day of the week who are experiencing all forms of violence. And, you know, we're absolutely seeing that in this current climate there is, you know, a huge rise in what we're seeing in terms of the referrals coming through to us. There's an absolute decimation of services. Services are so inundated with referrals. Waiting lists are over 18 months to even get access to the basic support, and so, you know, there just needs to be a coming together of all of our, you know, all of our services, whether this is health, education. This cuts across all government areas. You know, we're told all the time to keep safe, how we keep young women safe, but actually the safety point shouldn't always be put on young women. That we need to start that in schools with the boys. We need to start that in changing society's attitudes towards women. We're talking about the 16th death this year of a woman on the streets of London. You know, when is this going to end? This is completely and utterly unacceptable.
How big a problem is trust in policing, particularly after the death of Sarah Everard?
Absolutely, I mean, it's an absolutely massive issue. You know, if women can't feel that they can go to a source of support like the police who are there to protect us, then we're already on a back foot. You know, that absolutely needs a complete overhaul, and we're seeing that now, that's being recognised. The police are doing nothing right now which is anywhere near enough of what they need to be doing to protect women. And women don't feel safe around them.
How do we make sure that a few weeks, a few months from now, we're not gathered again at another vigil for another young woman?
You know, I wish I knew the answers to that, and I think, you know, just doing that walk and just wondering why are we here again? Why are we having to come out every single month at the moment, or, you know, every other day? Why are we seeing women come into our services in such huge numbers? What are we going to do to tackle this? But as I said, there's not a one solution. This is an absolutely massive societal problem, and it needs to be tackled at every single level.
Do you feel safe walking home?
You know, am I going to look over my shoulder? Of course I am. Am I alert? Absolutely. I have children of my own. You know, are they alert? Am I constantly wondering where they are, whether they're safe, whether they've got home from school? Absolutely I am. Women are absolutely in this sense of being alert, and we're always worrying for our own safety. Others are worrying for our safety. That's not a way to live.
Thank you very much.